served his rancid baloney in public when convenient. They continued to do so even after the mob he summoned stained the party and our ideals and the halls of the Capitol with their shit. A few of us had tried to stand athwart the madness, yelling stop before it was too late. Most tucked away their worries in a little box, easing their mind with a fanciful self-assurance that the troubles would soon blow over. As they quietly acquiesced, others went whole hog, giddily swimming in his slop. How did it all go to hell so fast? To what end did so many go along with something that had been anathema? And why didn't the insurrectionist denouement make them say enough to this carnage of our creation? These were my people. I should know. A week after the Capitol riot, I was in my pandemic bed/office when the messages started to roll in. My husband was the first, sending a link to our core friend group's Lovelies text chain. The headline from the Associated Press? Records. Trump allies behind rally that ignited Capitol riot. Lots of Wren content, he wrote. The physical response came before the reality of the news had really sunk in. My stomach turned, palms dampened, heart sank. Wren was not just another in the endless parade of loathsome Trump cronies. She wasn't one of those former colleagues whom I had come to consider with a mix of disgust and agastment as the years went by. Wren wasn't even Wren to me. She was Caroline, my friend, my campaign confidant, my concert buddy, or at least she had been. Then came another text and more cringing. According to the Wall Street Journal, Wren was named as a VIP advisor on an attachment to the permit for the January 6, 2021 rally that preceded the deadly insurrection at the Capitol, and she had worked on it with none other than InfoWars founder Alex Jones. The SMS that alerted me to this is still burned into my retinas. It read, "Caroline Wren texting people that Alex Jones is actually nice is too much for me." What in the actual fuck? I reluctantly clicked. Despite being primed by that horrifying summary, the article itself managed to be more shocking than I anticipated. In text messages Ms. Wren sent to another organizer and reviewed by the Journal, Ms. Wren defended Mr. Jones. "I promise he's actually way nicer than he comes off. I'm hoping you'll, can become besties," Ms. Wren wrote. The best you can say about those few dozen gobsmacking words is that it might be technically true that Alex Jones is way nicer than he comes off, given that he comes off as the acrid embodiment of everything that is wrong in our society. As for the possibility of becoming besties with him, well, even taking into account the most generous possible reading of that text, even recognizing that I had myself played footsie for professional purposes with similarly awful people, it is still hard to wrap one's mind around how a person could type that without becoming overwhelmed with revulsion at oneself. This is Alex Jones, after all. The human ass pimple best known for defaming and harassing the mourning parents whose innocent little children had just been executed by a monster at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Just think of how warped and wicked you have to be to target, without any remorse, people coping with the most intense grief that can be imposed on a human being. Now my friend is in the newspaper, saying he isn't all that bad, that if people got to know him, they might be besties. How am I supposed to comprehend that? Later that day, a reporter texted posing that very query. How did she fall prey to this deal? Just thirst? I paused to consider it. 9 years earlier, we had worked together on the campaign of the most moderate Republican presidential candidate of the 21st century. In the ensuing decade, we'd become genuine friends. Not the type of DC friend that is really just a work acquaintance whom you make small talk with at happy hours, an actual friend. We went to see Portugal the Man together, about a half-decade before they were on the radio. She'd hassle me over text until I got out of bed to meet her for a drink because she was only in town for the night. We browned out at a club in Miami and in some dive bar in Colombia and at the 930 Club and in her basement and, well, lots of places. I was invited to her yearly Wrenpalooza birthday party.